العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين خاتم النبيين شفيع المذنبين رحمة للعالمين مولانا وسيدنا أبي القاسم محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين. Respected elders, brothers, sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Over the next 5 nights, inshallah, I'll be with you and we'll be discussing something which I felt that often we overlook them, and that is these short daily du'as which we have in this holy month. It is sent out on the Hujjat email list. You'll get it if you're part of that. It's also on the website. There are only like 1 or 2 lines of these du'as, and this is what I want to discuss over the next few days, inshallah. Is it okay? Yeah. So we will be discussing the next day's dua in each lecture. Yeah. So for tomorrow, being the first day, we read the following in the duas which have been narrated to us. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma ja'al siyami fihi siyama sa'imin. It's very interesting the way that the duas start in this month. We say to Allah, "Oh Allah, make my fasting the fast of those who fast." Isn't it very interesting? What a strange kind of dua it is. "Oh Allah, make my fasting the fast of those who fast." So what we understand from this, if I can just give you a very quick preamble, because time is extremely short today. I don't know how much we can get through, but inshallah, with the tawfiq of Allah, we'll get through as much as we can. We know that in Islam, every act of worship, whether it is namaz, roja, hajj, paying zakat, paying khums, paying sadaqah, reciting Quran, zikr khuda, whatever it may be, it has an outer side and it has an inner side. Very often we get consumed with the outer side. We think, okay, namaz padhai gayi, roja rakhai gaya, job done. Actually, no. The Masumin have told us that actually there is an outer side and an inner side. Outer side means what? When I fast, outer side means that I refrain from those 9 things which break a fast from Fajr until Maghrib. And that is job done. But the Masumin say no, we must go one step deeper. This is just the outside of the fast. The inner side of the fast is something else. If you want to qualify for that inner, hidden, secret dimension of the fast, then you must take it to the next level. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, "Kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun." That there is a deeper level of fasting, that no, we just don't want you to remain hungry and thirsty. It should produce something in you, and that thing that it should produce is called taqwa. Fear of Allah, consciousness of Allah, awareness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Therefore, from riwayat, we get these 3 categories of people who fast. We have the normal people who fast. They just do the shari, normal, bare minimum requirement. They stay away from those 9 things from Fajr till Maghrib, and they are the normal level of fasting people. Number 2 is the special ones. Now for them, fasting is a little bit different. Yes, they take care of those 9 things from Fajr until Maghrib. However, they also take care not to do anything else which Sharia has made haram. So now, it's not only about those 9 things and refraining from those 9 things. They are so much into taqwa that they refrain from anything that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made haram. And then we have the very special ones. Their fast is what? They take care of the 9 things. They don't do anything which Sharia has disallowed. Plus, they control even their thoughts, their remembrance, their zikr. Throughout the day they're remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Throughout the day they have the name of God upon their tongues. Namish bar lab, yadish dar dil. His name upon the lips, His remembrance in the heart. This is the very special level of fasting. Then in the dua we say, وَقِيَامِ فِيهِ قِيَامَ الْقَائِمِينَ. Oh Allah, in this month, make my namaz, my prayers, the prayers of those who pray. Again, same kind of thing. When we start our prayers, honestly, sometimes I don't know between that Allahu Akbar of Takbiratul Ihram and the Allahu Akbar after Salam, what has happened in between? Allah Jane. Honestly, sometimes we are all over the place thinking about business and job and family and this and that. What happened in between? Honestly, sometimes we have to hang our heads in shame. Make my prayer the prayer of those who truly pray. Brothers and sisters, who are we followers of? We, alhamdulillah, are followers of that man who was struck in the battle of Siffin. They couldn't bear to pull the arrow out. They said, "Oh Imam Hassan, what do we do?" He said, "Don't worry. Wait till my father prays his namaz and then you can pull it out. He won't feel a thing." This is who we follow. وَنَبِّهْنِ فِيهِ عَنْ نَوْمَةِ الْغَافِلِينَ. Oh Allah, wake me up. Nabbihni, wake me up from the slumber of those who are heedless. Oh Allah, wake me up from the slumber of those who are heedless. Are we heedless? Or are we very switched on to religion? Have we let certain things slide? I don't know. Sometimes, brothers and sisters, you can correct me. You're older and wiser. You can correct me. Sometimes I feel we have let things slide. There are some Islamic religious teachings that we have let slide. We have not held on to them properly. Generation after generation, we are weakening in these things. Like what? For example, things like hijab. Is it what it was? Do we understand it properly? Gender interactions. Have we misunderstood this? Has this heedlessness crept in? Has this kind of been diluted with us in our communities, in our families, in our extended families? Music. Are we skirting the line very, very close of halal and haram? Are we taking unnecessary risks with what we listen to? Certain hobbies, certain pastimes, the amount of time we spend in these things. Maybe certain aspects of heedlessness, ghaflat, has crept in. Maybe what we used to regard as very solid, very much passed down from the Masumin teachings, now today we have to question, are we really practicing those things? It's very, very hassas mamla. It's a very sensitive matter. We have to be really, really careful. Oh Allah, wake us up. If we are somehow going wrong, if we have got these boundaries mixed up in our minds, then wake us up from this. Show us the true path. Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Wa nabbihni an nawmatil ghafilin. Now, how to address this ghafilin, being amongst the heedless, this ghaflat, how to address this? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has one remedy in the Holy Quran. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. He says, وَاذْكُرْ رَبَّكَ فِي نَفْسِكَ تَضَرُّعًا وَخِيفًا وَدُونَ الْجَهْرِ مِنَ الْقَوْلِ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ وَلَا تَكُمْ مِنَ الْغَافِلِينَ. Remember your Lord in your heart, beseechingly and reverentially, without being loud, morning and evening, and do not be amongst the heedless. Zikr Khuda, remembering Khuda, remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can help us come out of heedlessness and become awake. Again, coming back to the same principle that I mentioned in the beginning, Kutiba alaykumus siyam la'allakum tattaqun. Remember Allah. Have taqwa, have khawf-e ilahi, fear your Lord, remember Him, think about Him. He's watching you. You should be thinking about Him at the same time. Wahabli, the end of the dua. Wahabli jurmi fihi ya ilaha al-alameen. Wa'fu anni ya afiyan anil mujrimeen. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam has described in his famous khutbah the wretched person in this month of Ramadan. You know what he says? He said the wretched one in this holy month is one who is not forgiven for his sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is anyway merciful, but His mercy in this month is even more. So anyone who goes through this month and arrives at the end of the month without having his sins forgiven is indeed very unlucky, wretched. He's in a poor situation. We say in this dua at the end, Wahabli jurmi, forgive my crime and forgive me, O the forgiver of the sinners. So once we realize that our fasts are important, our prayers are important, our heedlessness is addressed, then we realize that even more we need Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need His mercy. We need our record to be cleaned. We need our souls to be purified. And therefore we cry out to Him in this way. We say, "Oh Allah, forgive me. Overlook my crimes and my sins. And You are the one who forgives the sinners. قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لَا تَقْنَطُوا مِنْ رَحْمَةِ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ جَمِيعًا إِنَّهُ هُوَ الْغَفُورُ الرَّحِيمُ. Say that Allah declares, "O my servants who have committed excesses against themselves," in other words, they have sinned, "do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah will forgive all sins." May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala inshallah forgive us with the haqq of Ali Muhammad. May He forgive our marhumeen. May He have us fast in this month on as much as we can, and recite the Quran as much as possible, recite the du'as as much as possible, gather here as much as possible, increase our brotherhood and unity, help us to care for one another. Inshallah, we will continue this discussion for the next dua in tomorrow's lecture. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.